Stoicism. In this video, I'll tell you what it is and why we especially need it in this modern age. Stoicism began in Athens in 300 BCE and was started by Zeno, a mathematician and philosopher. Stoicism started when Zeno went on a voyage from Phoenicia to Parrhasius. However, during his voyage, his ship sank along with all of his cargo. Although it's unclear how the ship sank, we do know that he ended up stranded in Athens, and he had to start over. Now, if this was you, how would you react? Would you be bitter, furious, maybe even devastated? Most people would, but not Zeno. He knew that there was no point in dwelling on what has already happened. And whilst in Athens, Zeno met the famous philosopher, Socrates, who introduced him to philosophy. He also later met another philosopher named Crates. The influence these philosophers had on him dramatically changed the whole course of his life and led Zeno to develop the principles that we know today as Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophy that has been designed to make us happier, more resilient, and overall help us live better. And Stoicism has been practiced by many of the greats like Marcus Aurelius, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and many more. However, in this day and age, the meaning of the word Stoicism has been immediately associated with the word emotionless, and this is simply just not true. Stoicism teaches us how to live a happier and full life, and only when people truly sought out to gain wisdom on Stoicism will they see the true definition. In Stoicism, there are 4 virtues. 1. Wisdom. 2. Courage. 3. Justice. And 4. Temperance. The first virtue, wisdom, is your ability to differentiate good from bad from indifferent. The second virtue is the courage to see the opposite of cowardice. A common misconception of courage is that it is doing something without fear. However, it is actually the opposite. Courage is doing something despite our fear. Courage is being completely terrified to do something, yet still doing it. The third virtue is justice. When I say justice, what do you imagine? Probably our legal systems today. This is not what the Stoics are talking about. Justice is a morality in how we act in relation to our community and the people inside it. Take a moment right now and think of how you act to the people inside your community. Do you treat them with love or do you treat them with hate? The final virtue is temperation. Temperation refers to our self-restraint, our self-discipline, and our self-control. Self-restraint is resisting the urge to watch TikTok for hours on end, scrolling and scrolling until your eyes feel like they're melting. And self-discipline is doing the hard work, especially when we don't feel like it, like doing the workout or going on that run. Self-control is the ability to not impulsively buy every gadget you see. Temperance helps us detach ourselves from these instant gratification activities that are everywhere nowadays. Nowadays, in this modern era of technology, it is getting easier and easier to indulge in instant gratification activities. Instant gratification are activities that buy you short-term happiness in exchange for long-term happiness. For example, you can get highly processed foods that are terrible for your health delivered to your doorstep in under 30 minutes without even getting up off the sofa. You can watch 10 hyper-edited videos in 3 minutes on TikTok, slowly decaying your attention span. Most people would have already probably clicked off of this video by now because it isn't less than 2 minutes long and it isn't hyper-edited. You can play a video game and escape to another reality instead of facing the real world and talking to real people. These dopamine-inducing activities are slowly destroying us. They might feel good now, but what about in 3 years? Meanwhile, a person who follows Stoic philosophy lives a completely different life. Instead of consuming highly processed foods from Uber Eats, he makes his own healthy, balanced meals. Instead of watching TikTok for hours on end from dawn to dusk, he reads productive books, teaching himself how to be a better man, teaching him how to become a high-value man. Instead of playing video games, he faces reality and takes whatever challenge he faces head on. Which of these 2 lives sounds more enticing and fulfilling? Which of these lives will benefit you 5 years from now? Which of these lives do you want to live? You, and only you, can make that decision. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe for more self-improvement content.